Lesson 5. Adverbs. Section 1. Type of adverbs. Adverbs are words that modify or describe verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. They provide information about the manner, time, frequency, degree, and place of an action or a situation. Here are some examples of adverbs and their functions. Manner. An adverb of manner describes how an action is performed. Examples: quickly, slowly, beautifully, carefully, loudly. Time. An adverb of time describes when an action is performed. Examples: now, then, yesterday, today, tomorrow. Frequency. An adverb of frequency describes how often an action is performed. Examples: always, never, rarely, often, sometimes. Degree. An adverb of degree describes the intensity or extent of an action or a situation. Examples: very, extremely, completely, somewhat, hardly. Place. An adverb of place describes where an action is performed. Examples: here, there, inside, outside, nearby. Adverbs can be placed in different positions in a sentence depending on their function. Generally, they come before the verb they modify, but they can also be placed at the beginning or end of a sentence or clause. For example, she sings beautifully. Adverb of manner before the verb. Yesterday, I went to the park. Adverb of time at the beginning of the sentence. They rarely visit their grandparents. Adverb of frequency before the verb. He is very tall. Adverb of degree before the adjective. We met them nearby the station. Adverb of place after the object. Overall, adverbs are an important part of English grammar as they help to provide more detail and context to sentences. Section 2. Manner. Adverbs that express a manner are used to modify verbs and indicate the way in which an action is performed. They answer the question how or in what manner something was done. Here are some examples of adverbs that express a manner and how they modify verbs. Quickly. The cat ran quickly across the street. Slowly. She walked slowly through the park. Carefully. He handled the delicate vase carefully. Loudly. The music played loudly in the car. Quietly. She whispered quietly in his ear. Happily. The children played happily in the park. Sadly. She looked at him sadly when he left. Angrily. He shouted angrily at the referee. Gently. She held the baby gently in her arms. Cautiously. The driver drove cautiously on the icy road. Adverbs of manner can be placed at the beginning, middle, or end of a sentence. Their placement often depends on the writer's preference or the emphasis they want to give to the sentence. Section 3. Time. Adverbs that express time are used to modify verbs and indicate when an action takes place. They answer the question when or how often something was done. Here are some examples of adverbs that express time and how they modify verbs. Yesterday. She met her friend yesterday for lunch. Today. I am working from home today. Tomorrow. We have a meeting with the client tomorrow. Later. He will finish his homework later. Early. She woke up early to go for a run. Late. He arrived late for the party. Soon. The concert will start soon. Already. She has already finished her homework. Adverbs of time can be placed at the beginning, middle, or end of a sentence. Their placement often depends on the writer's preference or the emphasis they want to give to the sentence. Section 4. Frequency. Adverbs that express frequency are used to modify verbs and indicate how often an action takes place. They answer the question, how often something was done. Here are some examples of adverbs that express frequency and how they modify verbs. Always. She always wakes up early in the morning. Always. She always drinks a cup of tea before bed. Often. He often goes to the gym after work. Sometimes. They sometimes eat dinner at the restaurant. Rarely. He rarely takes vacations from work. Never. She never eats fast food. Never. He never eats breakfast in the morning. Daily. He checks his emails daily. Weekly. She attends yoga class twice weekly. Monthly. He pays his bills monthly. Yearly. They go on vacation yearly to the beach. Occasionally. They occasionally meet up for coffee on the weekends. Adverbs of frequency can be placed at the beginning, middle, or end of a sentence. Their placement often depends on the writer's preference or the emphasis they want to give to the sentence. Section 5. Degree. Adverbs that express degree are used to modify verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. They indicate the level or intensity of something. They answer the question to what extent or how much something was done. Here are some examples of adverbs that express degree and how they modify verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. Very. She is very happy with her new job. Extremely. The weather is extremely hot today. Moderately. He eats moderately during the week. Quite. She is quite talented in playing the piano. Absolutely. He is absolutely certain of his decision. Completely. She completely finished her homework on time. Totally. The car is totally wrecked after the accident. Partially. He is partially satisfied with his meal. Nearly. She nearly missed her flight. Almost. He almost finished the race in first place. Adverbs of degree can be placed before or after the verb, adjective, or adverb they modify. Their placement often depends on the writer's preference or the emphasis they want to give to the sentence. Section 6. Place. Adverbs that express place are used to modify verbs and indicate where an action takes place. They answer the question where something was done. Here are some examples of adverbs that express place and how they modify verbs. Here. I am here at the office. There. The restaurant is over there on the corner. Everywhere. She searched everywhere for her lost keys. Anywhere. I will go anywhere to find a good cup of coffee. Nowhere. He could find nowhere to park his car. Upstairs. She is studying upstairs in her room. Downstairs. He is watching TV downstairs in the living room. Outside. It is raining outside, so she brought an umbrella. Inside. The cat is hiding inside the cupboard. Abroad. She is studying abroad in Spain this semester. Adverbs of place can be placed at the beginning, middle, or end of a sentence. Their placement often depends on the writer's preference or the emphasis they want to give to the sentence. Section 7. Conversation.
Hey, do you remember learning about adverbs in English class?
Yes, I do. Adverbs are words that modify verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs to give more information about how, when, where, or to what extent something was done.
Right, I remember now. Do you have any favorite adverbs?
I really like the adverb carefully because it emphasizes the importance of taking caution or paying attention to something.
That's a good one. I like happily because it expresses a positive emotion and adds a more cheerful tone to a sentence.
Yes, happily is a great adverb to use when you want to show that someone is pleased or satisfied with something.
What about adverbs of time? Do you have any examples?
Sure, yesterday, today, and tomorrow are all adverbs of time that indicate when something happened or will happen.
Ah, I see. And what about adverbs of degree?
Adverbs like very, extremely, and completely are examples of adverbs of degree that show the level or intensity of something.
I got it. Thanks for explaining that to me.
No problem, anytime. Section 8. Exercises. Exercise 1. Add an adverb to the following sentences. A. He sings, beautiful. B. They danced, graceful. C. She walked, quick. D. I ate, hungry. Exercise 2. Rewrite the following sentences using an appropriate adverb. A. She speaks English, fluent. B. The dog barked, loud. C. He walks, slow. D. The baby cried, loud. Exercise 3. Fill in the blanks with an appropriate adverb. A. The teacher spoke, clear, to the students. B. The car drove, slow, down the street. C. She worked, diligent, on her project. D. He looked, admiring, at the beautiful sunset. Exercise 4. Identify the adverb in each of the following sentences. A. She sang beautifully. Beautifully. B. He speaks softly. Softly. C. They quickly finished their homework. Quickly. D. The dog barks loudly. Loudly. Exercise 5. Complete the following sentences with an appropriate adverb. A. The plane landed, smooth. B. He plays the guitar, skillful. C. She wrote the letter, careful. D. They left the party, ear. Exercise 6. Identify and classify nouns, pronouns, verbs, and adverbs of the text below with your group. Introduction of Communication Science. Communication science is the study of how people exchange information, ideas, and meaning through various channels and media. It is an interdisciplinary field that draws from various fields such as psychology, sociology, anthropology, linguistics, and information science to understand how communication shapes human behavior and social relationships. The goal of communication science is to understand how communication works, how it affects individuals and society, and how it can be used to promote positive social change. This includes examining communication processes such as language use, message design, media effects, persuasion, and the impact of communication technologies. Communication science is relevant to many different fields and industries, including advertising, public relations, journalism, politics, healthcare, and education. By studying communication, researchers and practitioners can develop strategies to improve communication effectiveness and promote positive outcomes in various contexts. Overall, communication science provides a framework for understanding how people interact with each other and the world around them, and how communication can be used to create positive change.